What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. As many of you know, Matt Cooke is public enemy number one at the Power Play, and has been since. Actually, part of the reason I founded the Power Play back in 2011 was so I could rant about how much I despised Matt Cooke, and that was back in 2011. 3 years later, nothing's changed. Matt Cooke is still a despicable human being, and I'll go so far as to say Keith Olbermann, ESPN host, former MSNBC host as well, should retire the worst person in sports and just give it to Matt Cooke forever. You know, I mean, all due respect to Donald Sterling and Daniel Snyder and Jeffrey Luria, all those pieces of human garbage. Matt Cooke is worse. I mean, no one goes out there and throws knees. What's the Matt Cooke song? Headshots, shoulders to the head, knees, and blows to the head to defenseless players. You know that's the Matt Cooke song, and he is just a despicable human being. So Keith Olbermann, if you're watching, just forever, Matt Cooke. He just got back from 7-game suspension, and last night he's just out there. He's doing like borderline things that just infuriate you. Like, the guy wasn't completely defenseless, but still get a piece of him, and it's just Minnesota's probably gonna win the series because of Cooke. Because in the Chicago Blackhawks were dodging hits left and right. He could run us. And you'll get the Cooke's track record. I mean, when Ryan McDonough was completely defenseless back in 2011, Fedor Tutin was in a vulnerable position. Mark Savard, vulnerable position. The guy has no respect for his peers and his counterparts and the guys he plays with and against in the league. And there's no place for that in hockey or the game of sports. And it's just infuriating to see him still out there earning an NHL paycheck when Mark Savard's still getting paid, but he's not out there with his Bruins teammates. He hasn't been able to play in the NHL in 3.5 years, and to see him out there, it's just, and there's no remorse. He's just one of those players that he does not give a shit about what he does, and there are plenty of players like that over the years. I mean, Alfie Samuelson epitomized that, but my plea is to Keith Olbermann. He has to be the worst person in the history of sports ever and forever and always, because he doesn't stand up for himself. He makes his teammates stand up for him. Tyson Barrie, that switched the dynamic of the Colorado Avalanche series, and I mean, having Cooke back in the lineup, all the Blackhawks are, playing cautious because, he might run you from behind. Would you rather get paralyzed or lose a playoff game? I mean, that's just the way it goes with this piece of work. And, it's a shame he wasn't banned for life because he is as bad a human as there is in sports. So, Keith, back in the day, you used to harp on Bill O'Reilly and Rick Santorum as being the worst people in the world. Matt Cooke is worse than any one of them, and I'm being completely apolitical here. Matt Cooke is worse than Daniel Snyder, is worse than Donald Sterling. Donald Sterling is just an old, insufferable guy that's been out of touch with reality for 30 years, and Daniel Snyder's a spoiled rich kid, and that nobody likes a spoiled rich kid. Let's call it what it is. But Keith, what do you say? Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ on Matt Cooke being the worst human being in the world. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.